Hi, so today let's take a look at this Microsoft Surface Pro 4, and this is how it looks like. Remember, this was a laptop that was released in the market back in 2015, and it really sent shockwaves around the world because the body design was so compact. Actually, it was to the level of a MacBook, and as you can see from the one that I'm holding, from 2015 to today, 2024, that's around 9 years, and it's still very compact. Yeah, just have a look at the edges. There's no dent at all. You might say that the owner maybe took a keen care of it, but that might not be the case because this machine is so compact. Actually, it weighs around 800 grams, the screen alone. And then combining the keyboard, it's around 1.1 kilograms. So it's very, very light. Yeah. And the screen size we have here is 12.3 inches screen size. That's almost 12.5. So it's not that big, something so portable. Yeah. So as usual, we normally start with the ports, the number of ports, the body design and everything. So what we have here, it's the casing is metallic, very, very strong, similar to the casing material we have on MacBooks. Then it's silver in color. We have that Microsoft logo there. Remember, it's Microsoft Surface Pro 4. Yeah. So right here we have the model somewhere around here. I don't know if it will be clear from there because my camera is not that good, but the model is 17. It's written around here. What do you have here is 1724. Yeah. So it's Microsoft Surface Pro 1724. You can see here we have the Microsoft Surface. Forget about these. Yeah, Microsoft Surface Pro 4. It's not visible. Yeah, it's visible. So where do we start, from this side or this side? So actually on the right hand side, in terms of port design, we have the audio jack right here. Then we have these small holes. These are ventilation slots. So they act as ventilation slots and also slots for the speakers. Yeah, this is where the sound comes from, out to this laptop. Then you have them going all through the edges like that. Yeah. Then here we have this space right here is to enable you to remove the stand. This is the stand. Remember, it's on the table. You can place it like that on the table. I'll show you in the next part. Yeah, just using the stand. Then what else do we have there? Yeah, nothing else. See, nothing. See, this side there's nothing again. Then on the left hand side now we have again that edge for removing the stand. Then we have this, the charging port right here. This is where the charger goes through. This charger is so unique. Yeah, it's not as common as the chargers that we have for the MacBook, the normal HP laptops. Very, very unique. I don't know if you prefer having a unique charger or maybe something that is common. You can share with the neighbor in case you forgot with yours. Let me know in the comment section. Yeah. Then here we have the USB 2.0 port. Then we have micro HDMI port right here, similar to the one we normally have on the MacBooks. See this port right there. Again, these are the ventilation slots. Then on top here we don't have any other slot, but on this side we have the volume button down, the volume up button. Then this is the power button right here. Yeah. And again on this side, I was forgetting, we have the camera right here, and then the two microphone slots for camera. So in case you're using it maybe to take a video of somebody in front of you, or you're capturing something in front of you, then you have the camera right there and the microphone right there. So now, just before I open up the lid on the keyboard side, this is how the one that I have is the charger. Yeah, we are having two bricks here. One of them is actually so heavier than this machine, very heavy. So initially this was the actual charging slot, but now let me just separate them so that you see something here before you get to the laptop. Yeah, so you see, if you follow this cable through to this point, it goes in through here. So this is like the docking station of the Microsoft Surface. Remember, there we had very minimal slots. There are few slots right here for USB Yeah, there are few ports, so the connectivity is very minimal. That's why you have this charger connecting to the docking station, and then from the docking station right there we have Ethernet port that was not available on the Microsoft Surface Pro ports. We have audio jack. Yeah, this audio jack, you can see there's an icon for speaker. Let me just try to put it clear. Yeah, you can see there's an icon for speaker there. And then here again we have the two micro HDMI ports. This one, two. They're actually the same as the one we have on the Microsoft Surface itself. Then you have two USB 2.0 ports there. So in total you'll have 4 USB 2.0 ports. The only disadvantage here is you'll have to find converters for these ports if you're using HDMI or VGA or maybe DisplayPort. Yeah. Then from there, now you have, this is the charger. This is the actual charger. This is how it looks like. See how it is. So this charger, yeah, it actually goes in through this Microsoft Surface right there. It's MagSafe. There's a magnet around it, so you feel the clip. Yeah. One interesting thing about this charger is that it's dual way. So despite it charging the laptop, it can still transfer data from this docking station to the laptop and back to the docking station. So much has been said about that. Now let's get to see what we have on the inner side. So here's it. We have the keyboard right there. Remember, the keyboard is detachable. Yeah, you can just remove it from here. It has some few magnets to hold it right underneath here. These are the slots for the keyboard. So you just, for you to clip it back, you just clip it like that. It's very, very simple. And the grip is also strong. Yeah, so it can't fall off easily. And when it's open like this, you want to use on the table, then you'll have to remove this. This is the stand. Then you open it up like that. And now it's very, very flexible on the table. The keyboard touch, the feel on the keyboard is very, very nice. Yeah, very smooth, and you can even feel the clicks right from there. Then on this keyboard, you can see here we have, it's backlit. Very, very interesting. I love machines with backlit keyboard because it means you can be able to use them in rooms where there's no lighting, like let's say you're in a conference hall where there's no lighting. Yeah, there's no other interesting aspect on the keyboard because we have brightness levels there. We have the speaker, the mute icon on the keyboard, volume up, volume down right there. Same to what we have right here. Then now let me just detach the keyboard because there's no any other connector to the keyboard right here. The only disadvantage of this keyboard is that sometimes it might be very hard to find the replacement if you happen to mess around with the one that you have. So you have to take a good keen or a good care of it. So now on the actual deal, see, now it's like a tablet. It might look so small, but it's a very powerful laptop, and I'll be able to prove to you that when I turn it on. So if you place it on the table now, once again, it will be standing like that. Yeah, and if you want to hold it on your hands because it's very light, then this is how you hold it. So let's turn it on. We see what it holds in store for us. So there we go. Yeah, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it took around 11 seconds for it to turn on. That was so fast. Then now it's on. Remember, it's touchscreen. That's something that I not mentioned earlier. But the screen is touched. Yeah, because how can you be able to detach the keyboard away, then you have something that is not touch? How will you be able to operate the screen? So this is how it is. Then now it's on. We have a very small screen here of around 12.3 inches, not so big. The only disadvantage with this, something that I didn't like, is the bezel. Yeah, you can see we have the screen bezel, the black lining is so big. It is eating so much bigger part of the screen, and that is not the same thing to what we have on the latest models of these Microsoft Surface. Remember, we up to date we have around Microsoft Surface Pro 12, and this is Microsoft Surface Pro 4. So it's very much ahead of time compared to what we have now in the market. Then again, we have cameras here. This is another camera. Then we have microphone slot right here. Despite that, we have Windows Hello camera right underneath here. Don't know if you can see it. So in terms of security, you have the Windows Hello for signing in. Then we have the actual camera right there. So what you have on the screen here, this screen resolution is very good. So here you can see we have a screen resolution of 2736 by 1824. That's around 2K for this display. So it's a very small display, but with very good coloring. The colors are so crispy. And if you happen to watch, maybe you're watching a video, movie, or editing a photo on this gadget, then be sure you'll get to see the actual color that you'll want to see when doing something professional. Yeah. And now let's have a look at the properties that we have here. So as usual for system properties, normally advise you use this shortcut Windows X, then you click on Y. Windows X, then Y to get you to the system property. So at the system properties, this is what we have here. Actually, I've forgotten something. Let's use the other way around for Control Shift Escape. So that you get to see all the system properties. Remember, if you use Control Shift Escape, then you come to the Task Manager. These are properties that cannot be edited. So they are the actual properties of these laptops. So you come here to the Performance tab right there. So for the CPU, see here for the CPU, we have here a CPU of what's happening with the camera lens? Yeah, you can see from there we have Core i7 66 500U with a base speed of 2.2 gigahertz. Then you can confirm that right here. So you have a base speed of 2.2 gigahertz right there. Then number of cores is 2 cores, 4 logical processors, not bad. Then for the memory here, we have a memory of right there 16 GB on this one. So we have 16 GB, but now the only disadvantage with this one is you have the form factor of the memory is, you can see from there, the form factor of the memory is around, let me just, the camera is misbehaving. Yeah, we have row of chips. So it means that the memories are soldered on the motherboard. Yeah, so you cannot expand the RAM we have here. So if you're getting or if you're purchasing this Microsoft Surface, you either go for 4 GB RAM or you go for 8 GB RAM or 16 GB RAM at the time of purchase, because you won't be able to upgrade that later. Then for the disk here, we have SSD of Samsung. And let me see, yeah, Samsung, you can see there. The storage size is of 256 GB SSD. You can see, forgive my camera for that, yeah, 256 GB SSD. The type, you can see there is SSD. Then GPU, very interesting. So we have Intel HD integrated graphic card right there of Intel Iris Graphics 540. Yeah. So this is the only 6th gen laptop that you can find with these Intel Iris graphics, and this is a very powerful graphics. That it means if you have this graphic card on your laptop, especially the one that you have here, you can be able to do entry-level video editing, professional photo editing, like using Adobe Premiere Pro and Adobe Photoshop, Lightroom, and the rest. You can use them at ease with this machine that you have here. Remember, having a screen that is touch, like the one we have here, means if you're doing things to do with maybe photo or video editing, you want to zoom in things, it will be much easier to zoom in and out just by holding on the screen or even using the stylus pen. So that is how it is. I'm not going to test the speakers because of sound copyright, but what I would say, if I were to rate the speakers on this gadget from 10 out of 10, I'll give it a rating of 6 because they're not that loud. Maybe it's because the one that I'm holding, it's a bit old, but the speakers are not that loud. But with the sound quality that comes from them, it's so crispy, it's clear, but not as loud as maybe some of us would love to have in their gadgets. Then for the camera now, let's test the camera. So for the camera, as usual, if you want to test it, just come use the camera, click on the camera. You want to see how the back camera is. So yeah, let me try to flip it the right position. Then now we have the camera there. Yes. You see, unfortunately there's an issue with the camera we have here, but I'd love to test the camera so that you see. So it's very unfortunate that the one that we have here, the cameras are not working. I think it's because of a driver issue. Yeah, you can see there's that light for camera. So it's just a driver issue. Maybe I'll have to take a look at that later. Just before I conclude, I was forgetting to look on, remember here, it also has Bluetooth. Yeah, you can see there's Bluetooth. Then Wi-Fi capabilities and the rest, that's very basic. Yeah, you can be able to access Wi-Fi's. Then finally, the battery now, because this is some of the most interesting feature of this, the strength of this laptop. We have a very good battery here. From the last 1 week that I've been able to have this laptop, I've been able to use it on full charge for around 8 hours before charging it back. That with that charge I've been browsing, doing just the light stuffs, but when I was using Adobe Photoshop to edit some photos, it only took me around 4 hours. So don't expect the battery to last much longer if you're doing heavy tasks. But if you're doing light tasks like just watching for entertainment purposes, then expect it to last much longer, even more than 8 hours. That is it for review of today. If you find this review so informative or if you enjoyed the review, kindly leave a like and don't forget to share or even subscribe to this account for the next review. See you next time on another review like this one.